right, good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Good to see you, Grant. Good to see you, Brad Lawrence. Egon, good to see you, Michael. Everyone on social media, welcome back. Let me tell you, what an exciting day yesterday. The morning really sucked, really bad. Got caught up on that whole fake news on the cryptocurrency, on the ETF that was going public. We're going to talk about some of the stocks out there, but we killed it and made it back on TPST. Holy crap, what a great runner-up on that. Let me bring up the stock really quick. If you guys missed it, this was fabulous. So it came right around after the market closed. And remember, I told you, sometimes in the pre-market, especially Mondays and Fridays, we don't get too much action in it. But then something pops up, and the TPST, and all of you guys remember, this is the stock that was up 3,000% last week. Look at this beauty. Thing just ran, did not want to stop at the 4, had this big little shake right around the $485, had an iceberg order. Bam, that thing took off, went all the way to 740, and we were done at 11 o'clock. It was a great runner-up. Made up for the big the fake news that came out on Mara. Mara had that big news. You could see Mara had that big pop right here. I know a lot of us jumped into it. We chased it, lost money on it. Thank God I got out of it. We'd have lost a hell of a lot more than if I would expect it, because that news that we're looking for, that the ETF from BlackRock for crypto that's coming out was, you could see how everyone was all over it and, everything on that market. So you didn't have to trade Bitcoin to benefit from it. Coinbase did it. You could see that. Riot did it. They all did it. But you could see how important fake news could really make a market run, because everyone is waiting for that ETF to get the approval from the SEC. But this is why sometimes there are other stocks out there to trade, and there was a bunch of them. Now, getting back to that TPST, a lot of you remember the stock right here. That stock literally ran in one day. You could see it. That thing just literally took off, ran from $1 to actually went higher than that. It went to like $12 after hours. But this is all, listen, be careful of this TPST, because it is extremely volatile. It's a short squeeze, okay? And we saw how the stock gets halted all the time. So you want to be very careful. But I'm putting it back on the watch list because it really has not dropped, all right? So we're going to keep an eye on that, TPST. Anyway, a couple of the stocks before we go through the watch list, because there are a couple of good stocks that are moving this morning. MNTS was another nice one, cheap little stock. Basically a nice little pop right there, $3.50 up to $5. Snapchat, I mean, that thing moved up really nicely yesterday. It's funny, like we were talking about this morning, yesterday, me and Josh. I mean, I'm not a fan of Snapchat. I hate Snapchat. But you know what? My kids in Snapchat. Every kid in high school loves Snapchat. They're all on Snapchat. Like there are some of us that are, there's like a different group of people that are Twitter fans. There are people that are Facebook fans. There are a couple of people that are, TikTok fans. You know what I mean? And there are people and I think most people here probably has no interest in Snapchat. But you know what? I'm not going to hold it against us, because if you can make money on it, trade it. I think they moved up pretty well yesterday. It went from $8 to $9.75. And this stock got crushed yesterday. ALDX just got hammered. Shockingly, it did bounce. So it bounced from $1.40 up to about $2.40. Nice little move. And then obviously started making a lower high. And then boom, started making lower low. It was done from there. But that one, shockingly, which pharmaceutical stocks we know will come back, that one obviously did. So yesterday actually turned out to be pretty good going into the afternoon, going into the market opens up, other than the pre-market. Now the market's down about 137 points. There's a lot of companies that are going to be reporting this week. A lot of the banks. You're going to have Johnson & Johnson. Everyone's going to be, there's going to be a lot of news that's going to be coming out, a lot of earnings announcements. If you logged into our Twitter, if you logged into our Instagram, we did post up those links out there for you of that little calendar. Just please, if you're watching social media, like us and friend us, which, by the way, to remind everyone on social media, we are going to extend today up until 10 o'clock. So we're going to trade the open. So don't go anywhere if you're on Facebook or on YouTube. We're going to, once a week, we do this for you as a little bonus. So once again, if you want to see how we train our trading room, you guys are going to have that luxury to see what's going to happen the first 30 minutes. So Hopefully we'll get another TPST. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Or Snapchat or the ALDK. But there are a couple of stocks that are moving this morning. I'm very excited about talking about them. I do want to start off with Tupperware. So the Tupper lady, is, I guess, doing some shows. We remember trading Tupper. That stock literally went from $1 up to $6. And it moved the last couple of days. It worked really well in pre-market this morning. 8 o'clock this morning, it was at $2. It ran up to $2.60. Really, really nice move on it. I want to bring up some level 4 action for you because, once again, this is what we teach you, and this is how you learn how to trade. It had a great move, all right? And then all of a sudden, the order showed up. And you see this order right here? That order right there was roughly about 80,000 shares. Everybody see that right there, that little red line right there? Once that order started showing up, that's when the party was over. So the orders just kept moving. You see 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock started going up. Boom. Once these big iceberg orders showed up, guy canceled, put another 100,000, canceled, put another 100,000. And that's why it's starting to go back down. If those sellers get done, which we're going to talk about once the market opens up, we are going to be all over this stock. So cheap little stock, small cap stock, it's all about risk to reward. Another big stock that's moving right now a little bit better that actually is testing those highs right now is this stock SPRC. Now, SPRC, just got to be careful of it because the tier size is small. Remember, one of the big things that we teach you here at CyberTrade University, it's not how to make money, it's how to control the losses, okay? And you always want to be prepared. Where are the future orders? There's a big, so tradable is one of the big ones. Tier size a little bit tight on this one. I'd probably give it a category 3, not one of your favorite number ones, which are very easy to trade, but it is very moving, very volatile. You could see it went from like $7.50 up to $8. It's a 50-cent move, 1,000 shares, $500. But with that said, you got a big seller right now that's hovering here around 8. I'll show you right here. Oops, looks like he got done. Looks like he just got filled. There was a big order right here. It looks like he just got filled. Let's just see if we get some consolidation going on. But $8, looks like the guy looks like he's getting taken out. You know what that means, all right? SPRC is on the Cyber Trading University watch list. Next one we have on this list that's moving up. This stock is up about 100%, 10,000 shares, up 100%. ASMB. All right, so the problem with this one right here, there was a big order out there. Level 1 stock, nice price levels, very small cap, cheap little stock, nice movement, but it's gapped up pretty big. You could see it's probably a pharmaceutical stock. The big order just got filled at $1.50, so it's probably on a downtrend a little bit right now. So I don't know about you, but if you're up 100%, would you take the money from the night before? So that one's going on the watch list also. But listen, we could get a slingshot. Who knows? So that one looks pretty good. ALK, garbage, not really moving too well here. ALGR, let me put this up so you can see what happened from the day before. Stock got hammered, $80 stock down to $3. Not super sold on this. Wheeler, we traded the stock before, WHLR. Stock's been taking a big hit, up 12%. Level 1 stock, I'll put this on the B list because I remember we traded the stock before. So if I know we traded before, it must have been pretty decent. This stock is going up beautifully, but it's not really tradable. All right, so pretty much done here on the NASDAQ. Let's see what's going on the losers. Nothing there on the losers there. And, SPWR, we traded that stock. New York Stock Exchange, what do we got going here? White House, WH, not really much going on out there. It looks like some ETFs are moving because the market is obviously down. And losers, getting a couple of big VMware getting crushed right now. That one I had on my watch list. Now, it's expensive. It's expensive. And when you do an expensive stock, this is what you're seeing. So listen, I preferably like to trade the small cap stocks because less risk, more reward. I don't care what I trade as long as it's all about the risk. It's day trading. But if you want to go trade a $56 stock, this stock looks like it's taking a big hit. And with that stock, there's a couple of other ones out there. I also did notice NVIDIA's taking a hit right now a little bit. Was it 462 down to 442, down about 20, down $16. So there are a couple of stocks that are taking big hits. X-Ray The stock looks like it's trading a lot of volume, but not really going anywhere. TLT, I'm going to look at the most active. Tesla, that one's kind of backing off a little bit here too. LCID, you could see a lot of his Tesla ETF right there, TSLL. And you could see AMD obviously trades very, very side by side with NVIDIA. So we're getting a little bit of a downtrend on the market. You can see some of the stocks taking big hits. So listen, SPRC, you could see it just popped all the way up to almost $9. Look at that. Stock literally, what a nice little pop on that. Once again, you want to trade expensive stocks? That's what you got to deal with. You need more money, and then you might have to trade the options, which obviously, there's more risk there. That's why we try to stick with the less expensive ones. But listen, it's okay list. Listen, there's a lot of earnings coming out this week. You got the GDP numbers are coming out next week. They're expecting a really crazy number on GPT numbers. We'll see how that turns out next week. But let's see what's happening with the earnings announcements that goes on this week. So anyway, if you're watching on social media, do not go anywhere. We're going to come back live. You're going to trade live with us when the market opens up at 9:30. Cyber traders, you know what you do. You see something, say something. And I know we had so many people that registered yesterday from the Wealth 365. I mean, last week we had hundreds. We had almost 1,000 people there. So many of you registered. Please make sure you speak to your education advisor. Don't buy anything that we're trading because we didn't teach you. You're only here to watch. And you don't judge us on our winners, judge us on our losers. Because if you saw what happened with Mara yesterday, you'll know why I had to, not get caught on these big runner-ups and know how to get out of them, because it's all about shadowing the money. So enjoy, everybody. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And we'll start commentary once the market opens up in 15 minutes, okay? So everybody on social media, once again, just stay logged in. We'll be right back.
are off. Market just opened up. I think we'll get Fausto on the horn here in a second. Let's wait the first 3 to 5 minutes as always, just to kind of see the smoke and dust clear, and we should be good to go.
Yep, looking forward to it. Let's get ready.
Here, I gotta mute one of these tabs, Fausto.
There we go. All right. Got a lot of action going on.
Yeah, a little pop on Tupperware. Nice little move there today. You know, we gotta wait the first few minutes as always. You know, if it breaks the highs there, that'd be a pretty nice trade. Got a big iceberg order on that Tupperware at that 262. It's been out there pretty much since your meeting.
Yeah, I see that he showed up. That was a guy from 8:30, and he popped up there. It's funny. Look, you have to realize that when the market starts opening up, program trading kicks in, and that's why you're starting to see a lot of these orders starting to show up right at 9:30 that you didn't see in pre-market. Now you're starting to see them now. So
Got it. Yeah.
or he's got to wait for all these chaos stops for the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'll tell you with the Nvidia thing, you know, obviously AMD is going to go right with it. You know, you could even follow the sector ETF. There's an ETF for the chip stocks. It's SOXL. Just, you know, if you have level 4, there's a couple of orders out there on the bid side if it keeps dropping. So that could be a nice bounce there, maybe like at 18. Once that ETF hits 18, maybe you can get a bounce on the Nvidia, the AMD. Just a thought.
Got to take this. I have a level 4 on VMW. That's stock. That's $160 stock. It's just you can't read the level 4 on it. There's too many issues about it.
Yeah.
I was watching on watching one of the financial stations, and there was a couple of big analysts, and one guy I haven't seen ever on the show was talking about small cap stocks, and and then all of a sudden you're starting to hear like all these big hedge fund guys saying, I'm going to check out these small caps. I never thought about them because a lot of them, when we look at things a little bit differently as day traders and short-term traders, but they look at it as in growth and everything else, as in like, what their earnings are, like what is their PE ratio. We don't talk about that, but I know that by, obviously, passing my, taking my license, my 7 and everything. But they look at stuff like that. And you know what? If they start stepping in and trading some of these stocks, because some of these other ones, if they're not moving, you got to trade something. They obviously are going to pop. Just more demand in there. Nvidia has really come down pretty hard, actually.
Yeah, I see that there. AMD just held resistance, pulled back a bit.
So who's coming out with earnings this week? Today.
Today's Tuesday. Geez, I'm tripping over my days already. I just know Wednesday you got Netflix and Tesla. Let me check this calendar that we have on our Instagram channel.
Yep. I mean, we got the SOX S up there, but once again, it's more of an ETF.
Yeah, we had the Tupperware is on our list. That's earnings from this morning. More pardon me, frog in my throat. Morgan Stanley, you got Abbott. I mean, not really like anything within our price range tomorrow morning. You got United Airlines this afternoon at the close. Neil, I don't know. It's just the same audio we have every morning here, so I don't know how I could turn it down. Possibly, I gotta talk lower, maybe. Mike saying IONQ shake. Meanwhile, Leda saying, yeah, that was from this morning. Leda, the Bank of America. So that was going into this morning from yesterday and trying to push up a little bit. That's more within our price range, at least.
The SPRC is kind of holding here pretty strong. I mean, there are orders all over the place. We're still okay. We're getting close to 5 minutes now.
I'll tell you that sector ETF, SOXL, keeps dropping off. So NVIDIA's going with it, AMD going with it. PRZO is trying to make a nice little pop just before. It was one of the runners that we had back from last week. Just shook down. Made like a 25, 30 cent move up so far, though. I'll tell you, once again today, just aside from like the crypto stocks, yesterday, really my focus was on Tesla, right? Tesla and AMD, NVIDIA. So with the drop off that we had this morning on the chip stocks, I have no interest in longing them really just yet.
Got a pop in the SPRC.
Ooh, that does look good. Just
Yeah.
it's more of a level like 4 stock though already. Looking at the spread, it's pretty big at times. Thin tier size, but really nice pop. That thing has dropped off quite a bit over the last like year or so, right?
Yeah, it has. It's got that resistance at 850. But the problem with that stock is like if you look at the tier sizes and the spread wise, it's very, very wide. That's we got to be careful. I was talking about that this morning, and some of the new traders in here have to realize that it's all about the first T. The first T is very important. We teach you the 3 T's. So unless you're in a category 3 or 4, stay away from SPRC.
Yep.
But she's looking pretty strong. That stock looks like a gap fill. Remember, we traded that stock back at the end of September, and that stock went from 4 to 9 and came right back down. So I don't know if it's a short squeeze on it, but be careful of it. Tupper later starting to make a little bit of a move also.
I love when you call it out.
Gosh, it's freaking me out. Every time I think of Tupper later, I think of you now. Really, like,
Just the way you said it just there cracked me up. I was like, oh, all right.
I can't believe that all this time you didn't realize what I was talking about. Now I'm thinking, like, does everyone else understand what I'm talking about?
Well, when you said it, I was thinking, I'm like, was I just like not listening to my parents this whole time growing up? Like they knew about it obviously, but they didn't like talk. I never knew a Tupperware party back. Oh man. But I guess you're right though. It was like very popular, and my mom was saying like all of her friends, like she never did, but like
Yeah.
all of her friends were like doing it back, you know.
I don't know. I think it's just more women just hanging out, having a good time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to see if this Tupperware though can make a nice pop. I was a little reluctant just now off at 240. Didn't jump in yet, and I wanted to break higher, right? You wanted to blast over that 250 level, but you still got that iceberg up top at 262. All right, so let's see if this can make a move, though. I mean, I just saw a little order on the bid for about like 11, 12,000 shares on the bid. It got filled, so got to be careful to see this try and make a higher high soon. Tupperware trade.
By the way, we just had someone just say it. Lita said herself, she was a Tupper lady. So because they're always recruiting. They're always recruiting people like, hey, do you want to be a part of it? Because it's like, I had a relative that did it, and it was just pretty funny how like, they have like these rah-rah parties, and like even like within the Tupperware, it's like almost like I don't want to use a Ponzi scheme or anything like that, but like it's more of like a pyramid. That's what it was, a pyramid. By the way, we're getting a big push in Summit.
Oh, SMMT.
Yeah.
Oh, we traded that one a little while back.
Yeah, Summit, we traded that stock before, but they do like these events that you go away. It's a Tupper event, and the wife had to go away, and they just have like, just more of everybody just having a good time and kind of make you feel good to be an employee for the Tupperware, get you excited. By the way, this Summit, I don't see, it's just got a really ugly level 4. So volume is light. It's only about 500,000.
Ah, damn, this Tupperware trade just clocked out on break even. It's not going anywhere right now. If it makes a pop suddenly, I'll be a little pissed, but whatever. Just 30-second rule.
I don't want you to get pissed. If somebody
No,
got pissed, you threw your coffee.
My coffee.
Yeah.
Was it hot coffee?
Or was it one of your energy drinks, something like that? I'm just shopping. It's really quiet. We might get a push on this stock, right? We might get a push. I don't know. I'll keep an eye on it before I spill it out. I'll put it on my watch list.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna pull you right now, and I want to see the Tupperware trade tank now since I got out. Yep, there we go. It just dropped like 8-9 cents. There we go. Same thing happened yesterday on Riot, right? Like you take a break-even trade, just you got to know when to fold them.
Gotta know when to fold them. Gotta know when to hold them. That song. I'm watching some of the military stocks also moving. Just unfortunately, they're expensive.
There's one that is reporting earnings this week, either after the bell today or tomorrow. I think it was Lockheed LMT, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, LMT. I mean, Nordstrom Grumman has been going up every day ever since the war hit. It was at like 450. It's already at 490. Smith and Wesson's just been going up. They're more of like a swing trade. Yeah, LXH. They're all going up. I mean, they're just really slow. Probably have some good options on them. Getting good push on spreads ugly though. VHC.
You got a new iceberg order that just showed up on the buy side for TPST, 46,000 shares on the bid at 6. But the issue is that it's moved up so much over the last few days. It's a really tough ask to see it like make the run it made yesterday again.
I would stay away from Tupper. I'm just looking at the orders out there. It look pretty crappy. Getting a little bit of a push on this ASMB. It's cheap. It was that one I called out earlier. I wasn't too crazy about it because those orders got filled, but it's got a lot of volume. It's trading pre-market since 8 o'clock this morning. It's got to get past like this 163 and stuff. So far, not as exciting as yesterday's morning, like with the TPST.
Hold up, hold up. Tupperware trying to make that move back up. I know you just called it out a second ago. I just has my attention now.
The level 4 just looks horrible. Other than,
Does.
you got that resistance iceberg orders around 260, 262, but like, it's 20 cents. Put that
But
right
two,
there.
240 was just a bit of a level there I was looking at. It's got to break higher, though, like you said.
Oh, Samu says our old friend AMC's going up. Oh, wow. You're not kidding. Cool. Let's see if there's any orders out there.
I think it's dumped off so much from the last week or so.
Oh, wow. You had 2 iceberg orders out there. They just got filled
On the ask or on the bid?
on the ask. There was one guy at 960 got filled. He's been out there since this morning. He hit the guy at 360 at 960 36, took him out. Anyone else out there? No, that's it. I mean, you don't want to chase it now. I mean, it ran 50 cents. Brian says he's in it. Good go, Brian.
The TPST trade's trying to make a nice bounce right now shortly after I called out that iceberg order. Popped up like 50 cents so far. Yep, here we go. TPST. This is interesting. Hopefully it's not like a fake pop, though. Got to see it really continue. Oh, man. Take a look at this. Oh, I can't wait to go over this in Traders Talk this morning.
It's going to get halted.
Oh, dude, you got a halt right now.
Can't get it. Can't get it.
I'm in from 631 right now.
Oh, beautiful.
Woo! All right, so 11 o'clock this morning. If you are not subscribed on YouTube yet, be a friend, tell a friend. Just subscribe right to our YouTube channel or join us inside our live trading room. Grant, Brian, Mark, Yehuda. I had one of our trial members, Mayor, private chat me this morning, actually, with a question on pre-market. Looking forward to going over that. But I'm going to go over TPST and really explain why I was kind of just jumpy towards it there. You got to be a little pessimistic as well in case if it doesn't make that pop. But there was something I saw yesterday on that trade that gave me the tip. I'm like, let's see if it happens again. So I'm happy it worked out as well as it did. But let me know, any of our students jump in on this, on the TPST trade?
I missed it.
It was so fast. It was so fast. Like you had to be honestly watching it like right there. But otherwise, like there's other trades. Rich
got OPGN. That's that one traded. We traded the other day. Also, that's the one that ran from like $1 to like $4. That one's got a little bit of a push. 1.9 million shares.
Absolutely, that one looks pretty good.
Phil tried to get in it. John's in it. Alex missed it. That's okay. Listen, that thing ran all the way from 11 o'clock. TPST.
Yep.
Mark saying the PRZO is worth watching.
The chip ETF SOXL just dropped again. It's looking like it's going to break new lows. It's like Nvidia's already breaking new lows as we speak. This has been a phenomenal morning so far from pre-market. I didn't take anything pre-market, but it was a good pre-market.
Mark, I'll be a little careful of that one. I'm not too crazy about it. I mean, it's got good volume. AMC's holding here, by the way. If nobody wants to, anybody's been hawking it.
I might get stopped out for a loss on this Tupperware trade. It's not going anywhere.
I'm gonna buy a small lot. See what happens.
On the ASMB?
No, AMC.
Oh, Rich, turn over to the AMC trade.
It's looks like it's doing it. It's making a higher high. Set my stop just in case.
There we go.
It's
Just got stopped. I just got stopped out right now on the Tupperware. Just made a lower high and took me out for a loss. Not all gonna be winners, folks. You know, hey, TPST, you could say I caught, but that one just took a small loss on. You just gotta know when to get out. Ah, man, Nvidia is really weak right now, and obviously you could say that looking at that chart. But when you look at the sector ETF, that SOXL, it's about to break support. It hasn't done it yet, and Nvidia is just crashing.
crashing. It is on a short list.
Oh yeah, definitely. And AMD also. I mean, that's not as weak as Nvidia, but that just broke a new low right now. Mark, you got to be in love today, my man. Mark S, one of our guys who is a very experienced short trader. I was gonna say one of our short guys. I was like, no, that doesn't sound too good.
It sounds good like that. Lucky Head is going up.
What do they call that? A short king? Oh man. All right, so technically the TPST should reopen at 9:48 and 47 seconds. We got the email machine back.
Yep, damn well. You know, everyone wants to talk to me now. I got an Apple receipt.
Oh, dude. Oh my God. Nvidia is just, I mean, how could that not get halted on the way down the way it's moving?
Nvidia would never get halted.
Unless if it's like pandemic level type of market correction. I don't even remember if it did back then.
I mean, it's got to move like that thing's got to drop like $30 in like a minute to get halted because it goes by percent. You know, there's a formula they go by. They got these like program trading these triggers that go off.
Yeah, we got a lot of time until that famed reversal hour. I was just getting a little jumpy there for a second, but I just yanked my own leash there. TPST just reopened up.
Yep, sure did.
All right, so 750 was a key level back yesterday, man. If that could break over 750, then
right below 750. It was almost 750.
I'll tell you what, I'm just yanking half my trade out right now just to take it. It was a freak pop that I caught, so I'm very content, and I got half the position left. So, you know, I don't want this thing to shake down and get halted on the way down, and for me to not take profit a little bit. But we got a lot.
It's holding. The longer it trades here, the better it is.
Definitely.
It's got resistance right around like 34 cents. AMC's testing this iceberg order at like 73 cents.
All right, so now I'm in kind of cruise control on TPST. Not to say I don't care about the position, but like I'm very content. Just there's no need to like even try and be perfect on it. got an iceberg on the ask right now, so that might prompt me to sell. That's 53,000 there at 730 on the ask.
List.
I don't know what the hell just happened, but apparently I'm not in TPST anymore. Did I just accident? Did I like hit close and I didn't see it?
Probably. We do it all the time.
Like, what the hell?
Easy defaults.
Honestly, I think that's what happened actually at 9. Oh my god. I didn't even realize because I don't have my audio on for trades like the order filled thing. I closed out earlier, I guess, at 650, like averaged.
That's fine.
Shoot.
Always buy back.
Oh, I thought I mean, I'm happy. But I would have been a hell of a lot happier. Oh
I'm
shoot.
just shopping
That kinda
around,
sucks.
see if there's anything else moving. The AMC, just give you a heads up, it looks like it's making a Fausto flag. Everything's going down, but the market doesn't look like that.
Honestly, it's teasing me again. It's trying to lure me back in the Tupperware trade.
It's going to suck you back in. AMD's going down. Nice little short there. Okay, so AMC just took the guy out at 43. It's testing the guy at 45 right now. It's got 10,000 shares. Saw a big volume spike at like 9:49 that came in. Right there.
All right, so the SOXL, the chip ETF, is dropping to the next support. It was the first one I mentioned in the morning at 18 bucks. So if it breaks below that, then God knows where the chip stocks are going to land. But that could be a nice opportunity.
I like the short AMC. I'm in. Not looking too good.
I feel a false breakout coming here on the TPST.
Be nice
Not
if AMC could test 100. AMD, I'm sorry, AMD. They're all dropping. Intel, Amazon, Tesla, Nvidia, all the tech stocks taking hits.
Oh man, yeah, that SOXL just broke 18. It just held it as resistance right there as you were talking and dropping now. So looks like they're not done yet. Jeez, Nvidia
No.
already at 425.
Yep. But the Dow's not down that much. The S&P is down 34.
Yeah, because it's definitely more tech dominated. The S&P. I don't know to what degree. I just know I've seen it just reported or whatnot.
I'm going to cover my AMC because I chased it. Take some profit off table. AMC looks like it wants to break it. Definitely looks like a pretty intraday chart, I'll tell you that.
On the TPST right now, you got a new iceberg order on the ask. It's 750. So you got one at 730 for about 57,000. Then you got another one at 750 for about 49,000.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the SOXL trade trying to tease a bounce right now. It's got to continue the higher low game. Oh, really quickly on the TPST trade, you got a big iceberg order on the ask or 730.
What, the guy at 50 cents? Oh, you're talking about the guy that was at 25.
Yeah, the one that was at 7:30. Big iceberg that was out there. He got pulled.
Good thing I covered my AMC. Had that came back.
Yep. It's funny.
I mean the
AMD.
AMD. I mean the AM. I keep confused the AMD AMC.
Yep. I just took a trade on the SOXL. It was making the higher lows. Like I said, that's the chip ETF. So that was like correlating with the AMD trade that you took.
Popping it TPST. There we go. It's taking
Oh,
the guy out.
no way. Oh,
Yeah.
shoot. Take a look at one. Well,
Ooh.
well, all right. That's all right. Oh, that's all right. I'll check back into that one later.
Oh,
I
that
just
thing's what,
turned.
a category 4?
Oh man, it just hit 750 on the nose. Just kissed it, bing, and
Yeah.
then tanked.
Well, that's why I got to be careful on something like that. People don't realize that it's a very volatile stock. Let's see if there's anything else that showed up on the radar.
I have an idea. I just want to try something here.
SPRC died. I take that off my watch list. Just kept going lower.
Man, are you kidding me? Is this going to do it? TPST moving right back on up. This might go. This would be crazy.
Could be a slingshot. Let me tell you something. There was a shitload of volume that kicked in right around that time.
This would be crazy. I mean, it's a hell of a bounce. It leads you to wonder.
That's why sometimes it always helps to kind of like just put limit orders out there or some stupid numbers, and sometimes you get hit, and then kind of works your way.
It's got to break over 730 again, though. That's where we had that first iceberg that even though it got pulled, but it's actually holding under that price right now. Up. As I say that, a new iceberg just showed up at 730.
Yep, he sure did.
Perfect timing.
35,000. Let's see if he's going to get hit. He's going to get tested. A lot of volume's kicking in right now. Almost.
Just held off right there.
Trying to find if there's anything else that's moving nice and slow. For some level 1 traders out there.
For the SOXL trade, just my stop is set to break even right now. I'm doing it here.
Give me some nice stock. Okay, here it goes. It's testing the 30 again.
Yep.
Took him out.
Here we go. Come on, bud.
Yeah, and that thing is unbelievable, that chart. When it hit that 50 and it came right down to 675. It's one stock that's popping, but just the volume is too low. It's TTOO. It's called Tattoo. It's just making an HOD, but 600,000 shares. Good thing I covered that AMD.
Here we go. And let's see it. It's got to do it here. Kind of a do or die situation, honestly, for TPST. I feel it's got to blast the highs now.
Remember I was saying yesterday, oh, here's one stock that's moving. That was one I called out earlier. The OPGN. She's starting to move again. Did I have level 4 on it? Yeah, it's not that great. It's a cheap little, nice little category 1. But that was a stock the other day, ran from 80 cents to $4, $3.80. This AMC is just channeling at this prices right here. It's like it's suckering in buyers. It's going to pick a big direction one way or the other.
want to call this one out here. It looks actually pretty strong, but it's got a blast resistance at 5. The MNTS trade. Trying to make another move back up, it seems.
Keeping an eye on it.
Yeah, if the TPST trade just keeps nipping that 730, there is a good case to see it try and break the high 750 and really get going. But if it's not going to make that move, then there's no entry. And if it does make that move and it pulls back again, then you got to get out. That's basically the play there.
All right, traders. So we're just going to kind of like end up right now going in here in the, on YouTube and Facebook, everyone else, and everyone on social media. We'll be back again today at 2:30. So feel free to click on that little QR code on the top left-hand corner if you want to join our trading room. Hopefully you enjoyed some little action. Not as much action as we had yesterday than today, but like every day is pretty fun. We have some really good moves on this TPST and everything else. So once again, if you want to come and join us, just click on that QR code on the top left-hand corner, or click on our hyperlink that we have up there. Make sure you subscribe, just like us and friend us. We'll send you alerts constantly. So thanks for listening. We'll see you back here at 2:30, or maybe we'll see you in the trading room. Thanks for listening, everyone. Have a great day.